I'm thinking about the yellow hit and run. It's just like it's a card. I personally really like to play it. I see
It's
like
too
I,
fair.
I'm in the purple Discord, as you call it,
Mhm.
and a lot of the I'm pretty active in the Discord, and I've seen
Nobody runs that, right?
no one is running it, and I
Yeah.
think it's just so
It's
like
a
you said, it's fair.
it's
It's a fair
good in
card.
Dory because it threatens the third hit. You think
Mhm.
about mathematically, what does that card do? If you play that on your first swing, you paid a card for go again, which is going to be 2 damage and a dynamo reset. Maybe a grains, maybe a bracer, right? So the value
Yeah.
of that card is probably 3.25.
Yes.
So if you play it on the second one, it'll give 2 value. It'll give go again, which unless you have cash in and nourishing and you drew really well,
Yeah.
it's so if you play it on the second attack, it's worth 2.25. So overall, this
Hmm.
card is worth 3.
Yeah.
Why are we playing cards that give us 3 value?
Yeah.
It could be a
It's just
titanium bubble.
the only reason I'm playing it. It's just because it's just it's not bricking. Like it
Mhm.
does not brick. Like you can use it for three different things. You can block it with it for three, get a yellow
Yeah.
in graveyard. You can give go again or give +2.
Yes.
But yeah, like I said, it's too fair of a card. Like
It.
threatening three, two with the copper is just sometimes better
I.
because
I think it's
we
very.
just saw in the game before, like how much one copper would have mattered in that blood on their hands turn.
Mhm.
That's like also like what I'm
Yeah.
think.
Outland Skirmish is a very good card. I would recommend you play at least the 3 reds. But the if we think about the play patterns in Flesh and Blood, how do you if your deck is all head jabs and my deck is all head jabs, whoever goes second wins. It's very very boring, right? How do
Yes.
you, the interesting cards in this game are the ones that do something above rate by themselves, like Art of War, Blood Rush Bellow, Spill
Hmm.
Blood. Not even Spill Blood. Spill Blood needs help. So there's categories of cards. There's a category of cards that by themselves are just absurd. Blood Rush Bellow is the prime example. Okay?
Yeah.
Then there's cards that when paired together, 1+1 is 3. So I just gave you an example. Money where your mouth is nourishing
Yes.
together, right? Another example from OG Dory, Steelblade Supremacy, Iron Song Determination, right? Very simple.
Yes.
In Katsu, having Surging Strike plus an Ancestral Empowerment turns the whole turn on. In Bolton, having Take Flight with Tunic, like it's not just 2 cards from hand. It can be like equipment plus a card from hand. So
Yeah.
that's another category of cards. And then there's the third category of cards, which like hit and run and head jab fall into. They're they get 3 value. You're guaranteed 3 value, right? Whereas like
Yeah.
shift the tide of battle or these other 2 card combos could be much better. It could be worse than 3. It could be much better than 3. But the thing is, with the way the game is designed, you have some control over these 2 card hands. A arsenal card guarantees half the combo. So if you set Blade Flurry into arsenal, if you draw shift the tide of battle, we're cooking, right? If
Yeah.
I'm gonna give another Dory example. If you have a glistening steel blade in arsenal and then you draw a twinning blade, we're cooking, right? So
Yes.
so there's 3 categories of cards, and you picked yellow hit and run. Yellow hit and run is that third category. It's like,
Hmm.
okay, I will always get 3 value out of this. It ups my yellow count for Kasai. I get a go again when I need a go again, and if I draw it and I have tempo, it's 2 damage. I could convert it easily into 2 damage. Okay. That's a fine card. But if you have too many of those cards and not enough in the first 2 categories,
It's too fair.
then your deck becomes too fair and too predictable. There are a lot of cards that are good because they're a little unpredictable. Like Singing Steelblade in the Hatchet Dory list was a very, very good innovation because it was unpredictable. So category 1 cards. These are your power cards that by themselves do really well. Kasai doesn't really have those. Like Raise an Army, Blood on Your Hands. That requires setup. That requires you to do something beforehand. You draw Blood on Her Hands on turn 2. You play Levia and you rip Blood Rush Bellow on turn 2. You're like, sweet, we're gonna go. So yeah, Kasai doesn't really have those first category of cards. So she's heavily reliant on the second and third category. So the second category is those 2-card combos. The third category is like the stability, the fair cards. So I think in general, Kasai kind of needs both. And most decks in general are going to combine all 3 into one. Yep. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk, guys.
Yeah.